Hey everyone, um, welcome to 2022. Happy New Year, and I can't express my gratitude for everyone. It's been an amazing 2021. Um, of course, we've been through a lot of lockdowns, a lot of restrictions, a lot of changes in how rideshare and delivery market work, changes in vaccine. A lot of people had some good and bad and all things, emotions mixed together 2021. So if you're watching this and you're in 2022, um, tap yourself on your shoulder. You've done an amazing job and welcome to 2022. This is an exciting year, especially for my Geeksters and everybody working in the gig economy. There's a lot happening in the gig workspace. There's regulatory. There is growth in gig workers in the market. The entire economy is shifting towards freelancer, knowledge base workers, not just rideshare and delivery drivers, but also in the delivery space. Got so much of growth, and COVID is increasingly unfolding and unpacking how gig economy and gig workers are essential for this economy. Um, so, with no further ado, I'm going to go share what's happening in 2022. But before that, I want to share um, what's the current state with um, so what happened in 2021. Just give me a second. I'm going to go figure out how do I do this. Yep, and then go screen two. Awesome. There you go. You can see the tick. Yes, you can. So we will just start with what happened with MyGigsters. If you don't know, actually, if you don't realize, MyGigsters actually turned 1 year. We had the page, or if you call it the group, set up actually in Jan 2021. So it's been exactly 1 year that MyGigsters has been live um, into gig workers. So there was just a brand new page. There was no team. There was no product. There was no group. There was no podcast. There was nothing. Exactly a year ago, and this is the birthday month for my Geeksters. So thank you for being with my Geeksters, and I'm going to share you what you and I, to all of us, have achieved in this last year. Number one, in our community, we had grown 370 members over the last year. Now, this is too many think that this is not a great number we should have in thousands, but we are looking for quality over quantity. So we've got some amazing members. And if you look at the other end, 70% of our members are very active in the community. So that's exactly why our members are very valuable and they contribute to the growth of this community. We scratched to publish over 435 posts, informative polls, videos, games, initiatives, rewards, all of that together. So that's 435 posts. I'm not put the community generated posts. This is just the post that my Geeksters did. We started doing events not from mid last year, so we had over 5 community events watched by over 6,000 people across the entire spectrum. So that's from our community. Next on podcast, as I said, we didn't have any podcast. I literally didn't have this mic a year ago, but we managed to publish 21 episodes, over 600 minutes of interview and content, right from regulators, from CPVV to WorkSafe Victoria to um, industry leaders who works in the gig economy space, special interviews with the gig workers themselves. So a lot of content, and we have over 900 listeners exclusively listening to this podcast, and so that's an amazing growth from a podcast perspective. The next is the reach. How many people did we reach organically without paying any money? We reached over 200,000 people across the social media in the last 1 year. With paid, we have scratched over 500,000 reach, but with reach, we've got our content visible to over 200,000 people. And on top of that, we were able to attract over 1,000 followers across our Facebook page and on Instagram to who then become community members and then so on. So the reach is really amazing where we have got so many people know about MyGigsters and so many people coming forward to support MyGigsters and the vision of MyGigsters. All right, so that's the three things, right? And that's more important for all of us is community is the key, and we have slowly grown this community, and we have got some amazing members, amazing engagement, and amazing content, and the overall acceptance and embracing of this community is well deserved. And 2021 has been a really good start for my Geeksters and the entire community. Next is our product. We released our product in August, which was a smart toolkit for rideshare and delivery drivers. We wanted to help our gig drivers on the road, and this application is all about tracking all their income, expenses, mileage. It prepares their individual tax-ready reports, and then a couple of other insights and features. It was a very brand new app, but highly supported by our community. So just over the last 6 months, we had over, not less than 6 months, we had over 750 active users in the platform, now growing at over 30% month on month. So there's so much tech happening, and I'm going to share a bit of that in a couple of minutes. But thank you so much for the support. Most of our geek workers in the community are actually the users of the application. And the good thing about this application is it is actually driven by the feedback and the suggestions provided by our community members. So they actively participate in building and pushing this community forward. All right. This is the latest update from the software side. The product now, you could sync multiple bank accounts in your device. You can sync on demand whenever you want to sync. You can sync on demand. You can choose any account, and then you can desync and delete on demand. So all of these features, I think it's available on Android. It'll be available on iOS coming week, and that will give you more control and more customization to your bank sync. And if you're thinking, Benji, well, what is this bank sync? This we sync your bank in order to understand all your income, and then automatically tag them and log them for your business tax reports. It's more like a scan of your bank feed. So that's available, but more to come. But that's an upgrade that you should watch out. The next thing, biggest news. My Geeksters have earned or secured, I would say secured $500,000 investment from venture capital. So this is an amazing news for us, and the team has worked really hard. And thank you for all the support. And we would need access to a capital, we would need access to a network and people in the space to help us build this into an amazing community, help to build this product securely and able to launch it to a wider audience in a scalable format. For all of this we need money. So this funding has helped us to set that course and to build that tech, enable that tech, empower the community, and also build amazing, valuable tools that us as gig workers can use on our day-to-day gig work. So a special shout out to our lead investor, venture capital, Antler, and also StartNet, who are pitching in with all their resources, mentors, coaches, network, and money in order to help us reach our vision. Our vision is very simple, and you know that, right? Our vision is always been we wanted to build the largest, safest, and the most financially secure gig community in the world, and starting with Australia. And the 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 value proposition is we know gig workers have a very different financial life, and it's insecure in most cases. MyGigsters is that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to make sure every single gig worker who is passionate to follow the gig economy, whether you're a creative champion or a freelancer or a tradie or a rideshare delivery driver, you're a dog walker, you're a programmer, you're a designer, you're a game streamer, it doesn't matter. All of you are gig workers, and our vision is to help all of these gig workers become financially secure and accessing their specific financial services at a much more efficient, trust, and safe and secure way. And that's where this money is going to go. So thank you so much. And this sets my Geeksters in a perfect, amazing course for 2022, and there's a lot more action packed. And watch out, because now that we've got the money, we've got the network, we've got the help we needed. We should be doing much more things better, bigger, and faster. So hey, thank you. Look forward to so much of this happening very soon. The next biggest news is MyGigsters is going to support all gig workers soon. How fantastic is this? This is very exciting also because number of our own rideshare and delivery drivers, they are doing multiple jobs in the day, and I know people who are doing a day job and they're working as a rideshare driver in the evenings. I know some people who are doing in a couple of casual jobs. Some people are doing a tradie, like a self-employed tradie, and then doing rideshare and delivery. So all of us gig workers, we tend to do multiple gig work, not just one. And then that changes over time because of market demand. Sometimes rideshare is not that in demand, and sometimes delivery is not that in demand. So, and then something else comes up. So in order to truly embrace our community and truly embrace the value proposition is we need to be able to support the wider gig economy and wider gig workforce. So 2022 will be all gig workers included, rideshare and delivery drivers for us. So my Geeksters will be looking forward to launch a number of different initiatives, programs, events, and amazing features in the application that will support and build all gig workers, everybody in Australia and beyond. So if there'll be some changes to this community, of course, because we've been calling our community as rideshare and delivery drivers community. There might be new channels or a slight change in the way we call our community, but we will be slowly encouraging and inviting other gig workers to come and join this amazing community. So um, exciting for 2022, and I can't wait to bring all this to reality. Thank you. All right. The standard statement that I often say every single monthly update is uh, for a valuable community to become valuable, it depends on valuable members and valuable information. And um, if there's one thing that we want to do it right in 2022 is this thing. We would want to keep on pushing and investing and spending our effort, time, and resources in actually building a valuable community. So that includes we um, welcoming, recruiting, and moderating valuable members. That includes sourcing, researching, collecting, and publishing valuable information. So I'm personally looking at this and saying the biggest growth for us should be and will be in building this community forward. We have done amazing things in 2021, and that's just the start. I believe in organic growth, and we've done phenomenal um, um, growth in our community, but we got to go bigger and we got to impact more gig workers in the space. So, um, valuable community is going to be the priority for 2022. All right. That's about it. I'm gonna go towards the end of the thing. So if you are listening to this for the first time, you could join this community in Facebook. Go on and hit MyGigsters. It's a private group. Answer the few eligibility questions, and you will be welcomed with an amazing community that's waiting. But I did mention there are a couple of things that I wanted to share because this is 2022 and this is the year when you got to get planning your year. So a couple of tips for the year from my side would be is start doing your financial plan. Very important. A financial plan is not only just meeting your expenses, it also meeting your expenses or meeting other things that you don't know or for the future. Now, it's not. It's one of the researchers by Actuaries Australia said that gig workers like us have short-term monetary benefit, but we lose out on long-term financial security. And to a certain extent, I agree with it. And the reason why is we earn money which we plan for a short term because that's all we can plan, and we kind of plan against certain expense categories or certain short term financial goals or budgeted items. What I would encourage you to do is start thinking about a financial plan for your future. And that could include, setting aside some money for retirement, setting aside some money for medical emergencies, setting aside time for some time off. Because you're not a 9 to 5 worker and you don't get paid leave. So you can create your own paid leave by keeping a little money aside on every time you earn, and that pile will grow up to for you to take a paid leave for 2 or 3 weeks. Um, think about health emergencies where you can't work and you should be having some money. Think about emergency rainy fund, and think about any money that you would spend on upgrading your gear or upgrading your car or upgrading certain things that will help you at work. Think about those things. It could be buying a dash cam which is worth $300 $400, or could be a car detailing service of $150 or whatever. um, you don't sometimes it's very hard to plan for the entire year. If not, you can plan for a quarter or for half yearly, but you get the idea, right? What I'm trying to say is one of the best ways to become financially secure and release your stress is actually start to plan your financial lifestyle for the next quarter or the year, and that will help you to decide how you want to earn, when you want to earn, and how much you want to earn. The next thing is we all know there is increasing cases with the Omicron variant, and all of this has been affecting rideshare drivers. So just be safe, but at the same time, got to, these are unexpected dips that can happen to your work. So be prepared for these unexpected dips. There are government support. Know how to approach and claim that. There is other supports available. So find out that, be part of a community, share with the community. But what I'm trying to say is at this stage, yes, you got to be working, but also you have to find out the safer ways to work. And if you are unlucky and if you have tested positive, you got to make sure that you are also um, taking care of yourself and not pushing you to take unsafe jobs and unsafe work. So keep that in mind. The next thing is there is some drastic changes going to come this year in the on-demand workforce economy. Um, my Geeksters have been invited by the Victorian government to participate in a consultation. In their consultation paper, they've got 20 recommendations. They're setting a standard for on-demand workforce that includes ride-sharing delivery drivers. Um, and I've put that in the community feed. So you please go through the standard and share your feedback and comments, and I will collect them. I will draft them into a proper response, and I'm happy to put that along with my own responses to the government. So this year we are anticipating there will be some changes with results to the regulation or with results to building a new standard for on-demand workforce. So watch out for that, and there might be some good things for us in that. The next thing is if you remember, ATO would be collecting your income information directly from the gig service providers starting this next financial year. So June would be rideshare and delivery drivers gig platforms would be asked to produce the income earned by gig workers in their platform, and that will be untagged against your record in your ABN or tax file number. So what this means is you got to be really smart with tax from now on. Maintaining records, maintaining sufficient records is very key. Also, you got to have the opportunity to maximize your tax reduction if maintained records correctly, and that will lead into saving a couple of $1,000s easily just by maintaining a good record of all your expenses, your mileage, your depreciation, all of that sort. So um, ATO is coming closer to watches, to get information about gig economy workers and income. So this is good and bad, and let's work smart with our tax, and that'll help us. All right, that's about it. If you're also again looking for downloading the app, that it's free, you don't have to pay anything for that. You can head on to Google and Play Store, App Store and Play Store, and then type in MyGigsters and download the app. And by the way, if you have any feedback, any concerns, any questions, you have any suggestions, ideas, you can contact me directly on the Facebook community. I'm active most times and I'm available for a chat. If not, you can write to our team at hello@mygigsters.com.au. But other than that, uh, 2021 has been amazing. You have been amazing. Thank you so much. 2022 is exciting. I'm eager. I'm thrilled because there's so much going to happen. And what I'm most thrilled is I'm very thrilled and excited to share that journey with you. So thank you so much. I really love you. You take care. And I will see you on the Feb 2022 update. Bye.